Hello, and welcome to Beyond Books, where we talk about books from Book of the Month Club and beyond. Looks like I have a surprise guest today. That's my dog, Raina, right there. She usually doesn't stick around when I do videos, but I guess today she decided she was going to be part of the show. So today I have for you a review of a book that I read this month, in the month of February. I read this as part of the Book Tube Prize. I'm a judge in the Octafinals. So, this book that I'm reviewing today is called Land of Milk and Honey by Pam Zhang. And this is a work of contemporary fiction. It was published in 2023. And this is a photograph of the author here. Her previous work is entitled How Much of These Hills is Gold? And that book won multiple book awards. So this book, Land of Milk and Honey, is a 232-page book. Sorry, Raina, I don't mean to block you. And it has 12 chapters, but none of the dialogue in the book contains quotes or are the quotes generally contributed to the actual speaker, such as Ada said such and such, I replied so and so. It's not like that. The dialogue is italicized, but not in quotes and not set off the way that you're probably used to seeing dialogue done. I found it to be cumbersome as a style. I'll just be honest with that. I found it hard to read, and it was one of those books where I found myself going back over the sentences, and in some cases full paragraphs, in order to be sure that I understood exactly who had said what and exactly what was going on in the story. So that took me a little bit longer to read this book than what you would think for 232 pages. So let's talk about what the book is about. It is about a young woman. She's an American chef. She's trapped in Europe following, I'm going to say, a series of catastrophic events, because it appears that it starts with a smog which blankets several different countries of the world and blots out the ability for crops to grow, and animals and people to thrive. So there's been a lot of loss, there's been disease, things like that have caused devastation now to the world. It's caused financial hardship, of course, extreme limitations on what people have available to eat. So borders have closed in different countries, of course, and visas are no longer available. So this 29-year-old chef is unable to get back to the U.S. She misses being able to cook with, the old flavors that she was used to and once enjoyed, because less and less is available to her. And human beings are now subsisting mostly on, and I'm going to read the quote here, bags of mung protein soy algal flour distributed by the government. And it's described as being a gray color, which is usually not a good color for food. Any food that I can think of that I like is usually not gray. This character is the narrator, and she remains unnamed throughout the entire book. So she ultimately applies to work as a chef for an ultra rich business tycoon. He's kind of an Elon Musk, visionary type of investor. And he's also unnamed in the book. He lives on a mountaintop above the smog in a glass enclosed house. And from his home, it's possible to see the beauty of the world again. It's kind of above and insulated from the initial problem that caused all of this devastation to the world. It's possible for him to grow species of plants there. And he also has a series of underground labs where he's raising different animal species that are possibly ready to go extinct, or maybe even in some cases already have. He also has a daughter. She's 20 years old, and her name is Ada, so she's named. Ada's also a visionary. She's highly educated, and she has her own ideas about the labs and how they should be run, what the chefs should serve, who the guests should be, etc. She's not shy to express her opinion, and she's very educated. So there's tension between her and her dad. They don't always see eye to eye on things, and they're both very strong personalities. The narrator, the American chef, eventually does get hired to work on as a lead chef at this basically land of milk and honey. However, there are conditions to her employment, and she feels it's worth it in order to, again, be able to regain, and experience the sensuous sights, smells, and tastes of the world. So, how would I rate this book? In short, I wasn't crazy about it. The book concept, the basic concept that I just laid out in my review, is pretty good. Seems like a decent storyline, decent plot. But I've already mentioned the challenges with reading it in the style in which it's written. And I also found the characters to basically be kind of unlikable and unrelatable for me. Ada and her father, in my opinion, were selfish and cruel and self-indulgent. And I think I'd rather eat the gray mung bean protein algae flour than have to deal with the two of them. The American chef also, actually, in my opinion, could have been maybe slightly better of a character. I didn't like the way that she kind of pandered to them. That's my word for it. And maybe some background, I'm thinking, about her story and how she was who she is, maybe would have helped me feel a little more empathetic towards her. But in the end, I really had a hard time finding a character that I kind of cared about. I don't want to give any spoilers out, but I will say that the ending is a little more hopeful than what you might think by what I'm saying, which is good, because the thought of people like this being among the only survivors, or possibly the only survivors of a catastrophic event, is depressing to me. To think that that is how humanity would go on. It's a depressing thought. I would give the book 2.5 stars. 2.5 out of 5. And I'll just point out, it has 3.9 on Amazon, and it has 3.59 on Goodreads. Generally, the books that I've read this year, I think have had higher ratings than that. Although you can find things that are, all over the board. Everybody has an opinion. You know, some people liked it apparently. I didn't even really read the other reviews at all. I just found the book distasteful. See what I did there? Land of Milk and Honey. Distasteful. Maybe that was the point. I'm not sure. But in the end, just not an enjoyable read for me. So, if you like my content, please like, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the notification bell, and remember, as always, you are the author of your own story. Flavor it well. Spice it up now and again. And always create a story that sustains you. Take care and have a great day. Do you want to say bye, Raina? I think she's too tired.